Salut à tous, c'est la tartine au micro de Vacarme. On est juste après la victoire de Vitality avec dupreeh. So first of all, dupreeh, how are you?
I'm happy. I mean, I think I had a really good game today, and it was really nice because I've had some struggles trying to find my individual level. And I'm not saying that this game is like the one that's gonna make it like just go super good forward, but it was good to have like an impact and feel like I did something for the team. And obviously we are past the best of one stage now, and we can only play best of threes now, which suits the team a lot more. So I think overall the team is satisfied. I mean, like we were the clear favorite today. Started out pretty sloppy, but in the end we won. So that's the most important thing.
So you're in 2-1 on this RMR. Do you think it's a positive result despite the defeat versus Big, especially when we see G2 and Astralis in 1-2?
I mean, yes, it's really good for the team, and the game against Big, I think we had the upper hand in the beginning, but started to throw it away. We lost a lot of stupid rounds, and I think that kind of hurt the team in some ways. We started playing pretty sloppy and played too much as individuals, and we just didn't, like, they played better in the end than us, so they also deserved the win, but we've also been a little bit lucky with the draws. Like, we've gotten like some lesser good opponents in that sense, like, you know, the teams that are not like established, they're more like a mixed team, and sometimes it can be hard to play against these type of guys, but overall I think that we have been a little bit lucky with the draws, but we've also lived up to the favorite role going into those games, so that's at least really good. So in that sense, there hasn't really been any upsets. Some people could probably say that Big is an upset in that sense, but you know, best of ones against a top opponent, I mean, that's not really an upset in my opinion. So yeah, it's good that we're here. So I'm just looking forward to the best of threes now.
And you have a day off tomorrow. Do you feel confident with that to prepare the best of three?
I think it's really good for the team to get. I mean, it's not like a complete day off tomorrow. We're still gonna practice, maybe not that long of a day, but we're still gonna have like a little bit of like, you know, we're still gonna play Counter-Strike. We're still gonna be like in the tournament mode. Like we're not just gonna go to the pool and not do anything, you know. So stay in tournament mode and keep the focus and watch the other games and like prepare. Like we have a good time to talk about the upcoming opponent and who we're gonna play. And put in the preparation that we are doing. So I think that's gonna be really good for us. And I think it's just good that we get like a break from competition, you know, coming directly from Pro League, winning that one, and then having only one day off directly into a new tournament where like the pressure in some sense is much higher because everyone wants to go to the major. So yeah, that has been really tough. So it's really good for the team in terms of like our mental health. I think that we get a day off tomorrow.
To speak about Spinx, with your experience, what do you think about the impact of Spinx on the other players?
I think Spinx is a really overall good player. Like he knows, like he has like the whole package. Maybe he's not upping that much, but and he doesn't want to up. So in that sense, he maybe doesn't have that thing to his gameplay. But I mean, he's really smart. He knows when to attack. And he knows when to stay back. He's really good at always staying positive. Like that's like one of the things I'm most impressed with him about is that he's always so calm. And in hindsight, he's really good to have a conversation with in terms of like, do you think this is good? Do you think this is bad? What should we do? And he's always like positive in terms of if I say I want to do this, Spinx, then he's like, oh yeah, sure, go for it. You know, he's never like holding back, and he's always supporting whatever you do. And then apart from that, he's a really good individual player. Like he's probably a top 5 rifler at the moment when he's playing his best. So I think he's a really good card for the team. He brings a lot of calmness to the team. So yeah, I'm very impressed, and he's still so young. I mean, he won his first Tier 1 event when we won Pro League. So in that sense, it's he has a long career in front of him, and I think this is just the beginning for him. So I have high expectation for him to go really far.
With some players like Zero, Magisk, and Spinx, what do you have to bring with Apex on the team?
I think me and Apex, my main role in addition to the team, obviously he's the in-game leader, so he's calling the shots, but we are also the aggressive players in the team, so we are the one to create space for the stars. That's at least how I see. You know, if I can go in, just get one kill or maybe get the information, get traded, whatever. I bring so much information and like a space for Saiwu and Spinx to work with, and also Magic for that sense. So I'm looking at myself right now as I did a little bit back in Astralis where I also did the same thing for Magic and Device. So in that sense, I'm trying to create space for the stars to shine, and it's still something that I'm working on. You know, it's a kind of a hard role, and with the individual level right now in Counter-Strike, it can be really tough. So yeah, I think that's like the main thing we bring to the team. But obviously, we also we bring emotions, both good and bad, and sometimes they can be good and sometimes bad.
At 29 years old, did you change something on your way of approaching the game?
Not really. I mean, I'm trying to focus on the fact that I'm very experienced, and I think experience goes a long way. Like you can get a lot out of experience and knowing. And I've tried throughout EPL as well. I think Spinx told me a couple times. He said like he would never have done that, and then I said like why? Because I don't have the the experience. So in some sense, I think experience doesn't show for me, but it probably shows for someone else. Like knowing when to do what and when not to push and how to play situations correctly. I'm trying to play a lot individually to keep up my level, because I know that with all the young kids coming in playing 12 hours a day, I also have to put in the hours to keep up my level. So that's like my main focus right now, but also being there for the team in more than in just fragging, helping the team out whenever I'm dead, helping the team out in terms of mood and communication and everything. So I think I have a lot of roles in some sense to help the team. So that's what I'm focusing on, but I don't really think I've changed anything compared to how I was back in the days.
You also have a role outside of the game, and we saw that you love the French language. So what's your favorite word in French?
The thing is, when you come into a team that in the beginning spoke French a lot, I like to like try and pronounce things and say stuff in French. But when I tell them, guys, you need to teach me something, they only teach me bad stuff. So I know a lot of bad stuff. But I still had French back in school, and it didn't go well. So my favorite thing in French, if it's not supposed to be a bad one, which one could that be? Je suis beau, tu es beau, et Matt est très beau.
Nice. Yes, it's nice. I like that.
I know a lot of bad stuff, but I'm not going to say that here.
And is this relaxed mood is new for you compared to Astralis? And do you think it's the good way for a team in and outside the game?
Yeah, I mean, I think coming here from Astralis was obviously a big change. Not only like talking English and not talking in Danish, but like bringing two playstyles together and trying to fit everything and all the personalities. I mean, like I'm actually really happy about being in Vitaly in the sense of how we are working together as a unit. Everyone is bringing you can really feel the personality in the team, and having a guy like Saiwoon in the team, like this huge star, and the guy that doesn't have an ego at all, like just like the kindest person on earth, like it's a real joy to work with him and work with everyone in the team. So we're having a really good time, and I think it really helps the team as well that we're having such a good time outside of the game as well. So yeah, it's a pleasure being here, and I think that and I hope that it will continue for many years.
Okay, thank you for this interview, and I let you finish the interview for the French audience.
Thank you guys for all the support. I mean, obviously I'm not French, but I'm with the French organization, so I just want to say a huge thanks to the French audience. I know you're out there, but also for everyone else supporting us. It means a lot to us, and I hope that we can continue to give you some good moments, and that we will also give you some good moments in Rio.
Thank you, and see you in Rio, I hope. And pour nous, on se retrouve sur le site et sur les réseaux. Ciao.
Oh là là, on va ici.